What are the various roles inside a data science team? What skills do they need? We start off with the data engineer. A data engineer is part of the data engineering team. A data engineer has a software engineering background. They typically have less than 10 years of experience. They are skilled in programming with data science languages like R, Java, or Python. They are familiar with various machine learning libraries in these languages and how to use them. They also have experience with Hadoop and Apache Spark, which are used to build data pipelines. They have familiarity with SQL and NoSQL storage and programming. The next role within data engineering is the pipeline architect. They are also called data engineering architects or big data architects. A pipeline architect has a software architecture background and experience. This is their key skill. They typically have more than 10 years of software experience. Like data engineers, they also need R, Java, Python programming experience, as well as Hadoop, Spark, SQL, and NoSQL experience. Their focus is more on architecture and design for these technologies. Next, we look at data management, and the first role within data management is a database administrator. Unlike a traditional DBA, this administrator has to deal with NoSQL as well as HDFS data stores. They have a database background, have less than 10 years of experience. Their key skill set is RDBMS and NoSQL. They also have familiarity with Hadoop and HDFS. They are skilled in scripting. Management tools for data stores is another one they need familiarity. We then move on to the data architect. The data architect has prior DBA experience. They usually have put in more than 10 years of experience in the database field. They are masters of both RDBMS and NoSQL. They are familiar with Hadoop and Apache Spark, a lesser extent than the pipeline architect though. A key skill for them is database design both for RDBMS and NoSQL, and they have familiarity with management tools also. We then move on to the business analytics team. The first role we see in that is that of a business analyst. A business analyst may either have a software or a business background. Typically, they have more than 2 years of experience. They have domain knowledge in the specific domain the team works in, say e-commerce, finance, healthcare, etc. They are skilled in SQL and scripting to do analytics work. They are well versed in various tools and technologies used for data analytics, including prescriptive and experimental analytics. They possess management skills. One of the key unique responsibilities they have is to pull together individuals from different backgrounds and get them to work together as a team. And finally, we have the statistician. A statistician has a math or statistics background and typically have a doctorate in these fields. They have more than 2 years of experience. Their key skill is building mathematical and statistical models for the data in question. They are familiar with SQL and scripting also, and this helps them perform simple queries and aggregations. They have familiarity with machine learning libraries in R and Python. They build model using these libraries in the lab. The data engineer then deploys these models into production code. What is typically the team size and work composition between these three teams in data science? Data engineering work takes about 30 to 50% of the effort inside a data science team. This is the heavy lifting needed to be done before data becomes usable. Data management work takes 20 to 30%. This includes some design and mostly administration work. Business analytics takes around 30 to 40%. So, if you are building a team of around 10 people, you would typically have 4 in data engineering, 2 in data management, and 4 in business analytics. If it's a single person team, the time spent is apportioned in this fashion. If I am guessing you right, you are thinking, where is the data scientist in all these roles? I haven't heard that role at all. Here are some thoughts about it. In early definitions of data science, the statistician role was usually called the data scientist, but that has grown and changed pretty rapidly. Sometimes it's a one-person data science team, and that person gets called the data scientist. Please think about it. It's nearly impossible for one person to master all the relevant skills for data science, big data, programming, analytics, management, machine learning, statistics. Each is a master's degree of its own. Completing a course in any of them does not indicate you have mastered them. You need significant experience in each of them. So it is team data science these days. I repeat, team data science and not individual data science. Data science has grown into a very broad field like IT. Similar to how we call someone an IT professional, irrespective of whether they work in development, QA, administration, or networking. Similarly, we can also call anyone working in data science as a data scientist. So, if you work in data science, you can be called a data scientist. Some of you may not agree with me, but I am going for a broader definition and also looking ahead into how this field is expanding.